In this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big pickup there on the scramble. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend. And,
Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
First carry for Najee Harris. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Powering his way forward and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Big 13! Big 13! 48
Play action. It's Burrow. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He'll hit Jackson complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they come up now 2nd and goal. Here's Carter, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback, his first touchdown of the new season, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage held their spot, and stacked him up.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. First down and more for Jackson. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter.
The game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Najee Harris, as the first half is winding down, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, another fine run right there from Lamar Jackson and CD. That one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in the season as the top running backs in the league.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the 2nd half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he works free. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Here we go. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down now, it's Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 10. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. But their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think Party
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Again, it's Harris on second down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Now it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. Buying time to his left. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They go play action with Burrow. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard.
39-yard line.
Let's go, D. Show it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. 104 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, this is Harris. And they'll get this down to the 10.
13 yards on the play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Yards to go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll take this into the end zone for the Bengal TD. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Ravens 14. Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
First down, Ravens.
Jackson connects with Duvernay. 7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Jackson to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing, Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
One last shot for Jackson. Being chased out left. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But